All right. Hey guys, this is Tolly and welcome to Let's Play Suikoden 3 recording session 2, live stream 2?
Live stream 2. Yep.
Let's go with that.
We're live.
We're live. Well, we've been live for a few minutes, but hopefully this is where I cut the video to start. And we are playing Chris's story. That's what we are doing. Right, so Suikoden 3, we started last time. We started with chapter 1 of Chris's story. We got where we think we're pretty close to the end of this chapter.
Yeah, so do you remember what happened?
So basically, we were introduced to Chris, who's a knight who's potentially about to become the knight's captain, or the captain of the 7 knights?
Zexen.
The Zexen. And she was sent to a negotiation to do a treaty, and then
Peace treaty with the grasslands.
peace treaty with the grasslands. Then they attacked, and so then we fled to a nearby village, which we ended up attacking in order to draw away the attention of the main force. And
In the process, he ended up...
doing some stuff. Maybe hurting some people.
Yep.
Which I'm hoping we'll see the other side of that today, because the nice thing about Suikoden 2, or Suikoden 3, the interesting thing about Suikoden 3, I should say, is that as you...
I forgot, wasn't it last time you tried to fight something and you just got party wiped?
We got party wiped. I'm going to try again. We're going to see what happens while I continue those charge stopped when we hit them. Okay, so the grasslands fought, attack. Interesting thing about Suikoden 3. That's what I was saying. Man, that hurt a lot.
Uh-oh. Tough it out. What? I was gonna say you should use your rune.
Maybe.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
I think we're fine.
Cripes.
Okay. We'll look at all those levels.
Yeah, you got 2 levels.
Suikoden 3. Interesting thing. When you finish a chapter, you have the option to switch to a different character's perspective. So you can kind of see how the same events play out from different points of views, which I'm interested to see how the other point of view on some of this stuff is going to turn out. Let's use one of these, and let's use one of these. And let's continue to try to get through this woods. That was actually a smaller encounter than we had last time, too. We ended up fighting...
There's a sparkly bush.
I just realized what my problem... Oh, no. What the problem I'm running into right now is, for some reason, this got set back to digital mode. I will need to figure out how... Oh, we'll need to remember to switch that to analog.
Missed the sparkly bush.
Oh, did I? We'll need to remember to switch that to analog before we start recording from now on. Or start live streaming. Oh, here. Pick the herbs. Nice. Just like Witcher 3.
Run.
Yeah, we can't. Party escaped. That was the fight that we died on last time, where that rabbit did some crazy lightning and basically wiped us, which makes me feel like we're not supposed to be here yet in some regards, but we walked through this forest before and it wasn't nearly as hard, but we also had more party members, so...
That's a good point. Phew, huh. Master Fred. Really, let's take a break for a bit. Please, Master Fred?
You just don't get it, do you, Rico? If we rest, even for a moment, evil will prevail. Don't ever forget that, kid.
I won't. Master, really?
Huh?
Hmm? Looking for something?
Your armor. I suppose you are Zexen Knights?
You're quite right. And who might you be?
Allow me, madam. Fred Maximilian, the captain of the Maximilian Knights, at your service. I came from afar to call out my grandfather's to carry out my grandfather's wish to conquer evil. I would like to learn anything you know that could I would like you to learn anything you know that could help me.
Okay, wait.
What?
His grandfather, Maximilian.
We also knew a Maximilian from Suikoden 2, didn't we?
Yes, we did. He was an old, army general.
Any relation, I wonder?
Probably. I am Chris Lightfellow of the Zexen Knights. Nice to meet you, sir. What do you mean, conquer evil? Do you know anything about this, Boris?
I'm afraid not, milady. It seems he calls himself a Firebringer, and his master is said to be the Fire Champion, an ex-knight who crossed over to the evil side.
Flame Champion.
You are talking about olden times. I've only heard about the Flame Champion from my grandmother when I was a child. When Lord Boris was was a boy? What are you thinking, Lewis? Nothing, sir.
Sorry we couldn't be of more help.
Quite all right. Sorry to have bothered you. Rico, it seems we are off track. Let's head further north.
Yes, sir, yes. But could we rest for a few seconds?
We'll be off then. Safe travels to you.
Sir, wait. Just a minute, I'm coming. Wait for me. Hope you find what you seek. It's a bit of an info dump right there.
A little bit.
Uh-oh.
no.
Double
Rabbits.
bunnies.
Rabbits, don't let them fool you. They're killer rabbits. Run away. Are we not out yet? Oh, I thought that was the last entrance. Or last screen transition. Okay, we made it. We made it. We have now made it to Vendera del Zexia.
Vine del Zexe.
Thank you very much. That's the one thing about live streaming this is I won't be able to edit out my mispronunciations or misreads.
It's going to be so much better.
Debatable.
It's funny. When we left the other day, I had no idea we'd be back this soon.
Lady Chris, you live here, yet you don't care for Vineri... What'd you say?
Vine del Zexe.
Vine del Zexe.
Yes, Lewis. The city is a little stifling at the moment.
Do you feel more at home on the battleground? You can't be comfortable at the brass castle with all those ruffians around.
Actually, neither is that bad.
That's our goddess of the battleground. Let us be blessed with the continuous good fortune in combat.
Oh, Boris.
Ha 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 ha! At any rate, this summons.
Yes, the summons. I know that I am to blame. I shall not avoid punishment.
Damn it. What if the council knew about it?
Don't say anything, Boris. Just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, we should probably save. Who knows? There might be a fight with the council. Turns out they're all demons. Oh no!
They're all bunnies.
They're all bunny demons. Yeah, I was still hoping that we would get through the end of the chapter here soon so that we could see Hugo's point of view. Well, and we're off our horse. Magic. So we explored this whole town last time, or at least I'm pretty sure we did. So we know exactly where the council is. So I'm going to just go check on that. I feel like the story hasn't opened up in any way that I think we can, like, just... I don't think we need to worry about necessarily buying the right equipment and stuff at this point.
Yep.
It feels like more like, let's just hit the next story point because we need to find out what's going on, and spending time shopping isn't really that valuable.
You'll know.
We'll know?
Yep.
Okay. Birds.
Maybe not shopping, but like going around looking for picture faces.
That moment will become apparent.
Yeah.
Lady Chris, let me guide you. This way, madam. Guide or escort?
Please wait here. We will call you once everything is ready.
I'm shaking my head no.
Boulder Dash. Again I wait, and they were the ones summoning me.
Chris, it's a trap. It's a trap, Chris. This is when a panther smashes through the stained glass.
His anger towards Boris and the other knights. Could it have been meant for me? Should I have questioned my dedication to protecting the Zexan people? No. I knew I'd face animosity when I chose the life of the knight. I am a Zexan knight, through and through. We are ready to proceed this way, madam. Thank you.
I really thought that was going to be a trap.
Is there anything wrong? No, thank you. I was just absorbed in my thoughts. Absorbed in thought. Yes, I was thinking of what I could do for Zexan. Surely you jest. I know of no more dedicated Zexan than you. I appreciate that. You want me to move my army into the grasslands?
Indeed we do.
What was the point of the ceasefire with the Grasslanders? Why were the Zexan Knights last brought to battle?
It was the enemy who first breached the agreement, was it not?
In any case, the negotiations were meant as a tactical delay. That is all.
We needed enough time for the Zexan Knights to regain their strength after losing both the captain and the vice captain. Now we have you as the head of the Knights, Lady Chris. I heard that you burned down a Korean village, one of the 6 clans of the Grassland. That was quite an accomplishment, and should be highly commended.
It was my only recourse. It had to be done to protect our knights.
All the best to enhance the reputation of the Silver Maiden, who saved her army from danger and exterminated the barbarian village. This will be heard of even as far as the Holy Harmonia and Dunnan.
I do not seek glory for such a deed. The attack on the Korean village was only intended to rescue our men. It was not an act of bravery.
Do not be so modest. We value your accomplishments very highly. Your statement against the barbarians gives credence to your title of White Hero. Can't you see this current state of confusion within the Korean forces offers us a great opportunity?
Our job is to protect the Zexen and their land. If the Council wishes to invade another land, do so with your own combat teams. By weakening the grassland forces, you ensure the strength of Zexens, do you not? I might also add that this is a Council decision. It's your duty to serve our will.
Can we expect you to return immediately to the Brass Castle and begin your operation, Captain?
Yes, sir.
Let me give thanks to our goddess for allowing us this occasion to gather here today.
Let me give thanks to our goddess for allowing us this occasion to gather here today.
So we're going to war.
Sounds like it.
Milady, how did the summons go?
They formally promoted me to captain for burning down the Korean village. And, to celebrate the promotion, we are ordered to attack the Lizard Clan.
Oh. Are we leaving for the Brass Castle immediately?
It's too late to travel today. We'll sleep here and embark at first light.
Yes, milady. Let me walk you home. And we know where her home is. Actually, I'm gonna...
You know what?
I'm gonna check something here in a second. As soon as we get 2 seconds. Good night, Lady Chris. Shall I call for you in the morning?
Not necessary, but thanks, Boris. Take care of yourself. Don't drink too much tonight and oversleep.
You can depend on it. I will behave myself. Welcome home, Lady Chris. Hot water is prepared for your bath.
I would have contacted you sooner, but I was called back at short notice.
Not to worry, my lady. We've always here to serve you, whatever the need.
Phew, I'm terribly tired. The Oath of the Knights. I'm terribly tired. Sleepy nights.
Ah, this is what I was waiting for.
So the interesting thing is, you technically can just go right to Chris's second chapter.
So I guess I could play through the whole game as Chris's point of view if I wanted.
I think there's a junction. I think you can play up to chapter 3 right now.
Yep.
Before you have to carry on with the other people.
Okay, so there will be a point where it's like, oh, go do the other points of view before you can move on. Okay. And there's also these middle ones as well.
I'm glad you've noticed that.
Interesting. I'm going to double check. I'm going to save. Can you save the game?
Sure.
I'm going to pass you controller. I'm going to check something on the web.
Okay. He's going to the web. And it's cool. There's a little bio of what you did in the first chapter. in case you forget.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you for the controller. I just wanted to double check to make sure we were still streaming, just because we don't have as many people chatting this evening as we did on the first part. So just good to see that I didn't have the window open to let me know that we're still good. So I fixed that. I now feel better knowing that things are good. So moving on. Enough delay. I want to see Hugo's perspective.
All right.
I do think that continuing with her point of view would be interesting, just kind of railing through it or just running right through. But I really want to see what the events we just saw in Chris's chapter look like from Hugo's perspective. These guys seem like a cool posse.
Sergeant Joe, the duck.
Griffin friend. The Grasslander Hugo.
Yep.
Well, actually, we don't know if he's a Grasslander quite yet, but I think it's heavily implied.
Hugo, I see we're both out early today. Why is your horse so tired? Have you been out hassling the sleeping earth spirits again?
You know a better way to get their attention? With their help, I'll be the best rider in the village.
Like you need their help. Ha! You're already the best rider I know. Spirits, get real. My duck clan doesn't believe in that nonsense.
Open your mind, Sergeant. There's got to be more to the plains than meets the eye. If not spirits, then other hidden wonders.
If you waste your time wondering, you won't be alert and ready for the important things in life, like being a good soldier.
As long as you and Fubar are with me, I fear no one.
I forgot the griffin's name was Fubar. That's the spirit. Fear is our worst enemy, right, Fubar?
Cooey!
Hey, hey, hey! Buckle your beak, you insubordinate griffin.
Cut it out, you two. I'm starving. Let's get some food.
Splendid. Korean meals are always a pleasure, especially in the home of the Korean clan chief.
Cooey! Oh, they're gonna do that audio, so we're fine on that voice. You know where to get yours, Fubar. Go ahead.
Trot, 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 trot.
All right, it's like an intro
The little
for
prologue.
each. Yeah. All right, let's jump into chapter 1 for them. That's also neat that I could have technically gone through each of the little prologues.
Yep. Back at last. That sure was a long ride.
Well, look who's here. So you're dining with us, Lulu? Yes, Sergeant Joe?
Where is everybody? Isn't there a host to show us to the table? Huh?
Never-ending appetite, eh, Sergeant?
Stop looking at us. Bet like your never-ending appetite for morning rides, son. Lulu, Sergeant, there's plenty of food. Help yourselves. I'll save my thanks for later, after I've had my fill. Yum! Hey, I was here first.
Hold on, wait for me.
Hugo, come see me when you're done.
Why? What's wrong?
Why don't you eat first?
Okay, whatever you say. Is that Hugo's mom?
Spoilers.
Oh, they have similar hair.
Ah, now that's what I call full. If I ate any more, I'd explode.
Somehow I still think you'd find a way to fit in more. Or to fit more in.
I noticed Lucia wanted a word with you. Is something bothering her?
I don't know. I haven't talked to her yet. I should do that now, I guess.
She'll probably give you guff for spending so much time away from home.
What are you trying to say?
Quack, quack, quack. Don't worry, nobody's calling you a mama's boy. Just go talk to her already. While we're eating, I saw Lucia heading towards the house, or my house. I like that he laughs with quacks. They're a little bit lower level.
Interesting. Let's just leave it the way it was. Oh, we know this village. I've seen the future. And you're dead. And you're dead. And even you're dead.
Pretty sure that cat made it out.
I don't know, man. Pretty sure there was a few dead cats. Hello.
Hugo, are you practicing properly? If you need somebody to practice with, come see me anytime.
Practice? Oh, lessons. Excellent. Look at this heavy damage. Counterattack. Oh, he's got the wind rune. Water. Shining wind. Same rune as last time.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the fact that this is the same Fubar, isn't it?
The Griffin?
Yeah. Is this not the same Griffin as Suikoden 2?
I don't think his name was Fubar. There was a Griffin. I'm trying to think of what its name was.
I thought it was Fubar.
Hold on.
What, are you going to use technology to solve this question?
I'm going to solve this mystery.
Listen, don't you ever trust those Zexan Ironheads? What does Ironhead mean? Well, it's kind of like a slur. Alright, now what's going on over here? Annie, I hear you're going to open a business. Yes, a small pub. All I'll be able to offer for you now is juice, but come visit after I open. Oh, I definitely will.
Oh, picture faces. I'm missing it.
I don't think
the internet.
I don't think I would invest in her pub. Insider trading. In case anyone's joining us without having seen the first part, the village doesn't make it. No, I mean earlier in this part, I guess that there was some flashbacks from Chris's perspective.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Feather.
Oh, Feather was the griffin's name. Okay.
Yep. The artisans are excellent. I'm glad I came here all the way from Chissa.
That's a familiar name. I feel like most of the names people spout off here sound familiar, though.
Hey, Hugo, you taking good care of your sword? Bring it in anytime if you want me to fix it.
I just realized we may start with a little bit less cash than Chris did.
Good point. That's kind of interesting. Like, yeah, she is, like, the captain of this knight company.
So she started with like 100,000 gold.
Yeah. Oh, wait, talk to that other person in there.
This other person?
Yeah. I need some different weapons, but it's hard to find good ones.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, interesting picture face. Very interesting.
Hello, Ayla.
I see you have a picture face. Please take a look around.
My face is plain.
No, she doesn't have a face. I guess technically she just doesn't have a picture of her face.
That's right.
This is an urn. This urn is nice. Look at the way it curves here. Cool.
Nice curves.
Nice.
I like that it's just the curtain slowly opening.
That's the door animation. What are you doing?
It's great to have visitors. You learn so much from them. Hey, just come on in. We're just walking into my house.
Whoa, Hugo, it's been a long time. Want to stay here? What do you say? No.
You're a stranger.
Alright, come on. One of these has to be it. Ah.
It's that armor.
That's the armor from Chris's perspective. She said that was her dad's armor. Let's see if we can dig into this. Still working on that armor, Jimba?
Greetings, Hugo. I have to say, this armor's been through quite a lot, harsh elements and all. It needs proper care.
You've never mentioned how you got this Zexen armor in the first place.
I acquired it from a past acquaintance. Give it up, Hugo. He won't even tell me. His own brother. All he ever says is that it's from a soldier he knew long ago. I speak the truth, Lulu. And when you're old enough to understand everything, I'll explain more of the story. Ah, fuck, stung. Just when I'm sorry. Just when am I supposed to be old enough to understand? My mind was thinking, never. When you realize how not grown up you are now. Why am I'm all stumbled on speaking now. I'm sorry. When you realize how not grown up you are now. Quack. Nobody asked you.
Okay, you don't have to tell us, but if you're trying to protect it from the elements, why do you keep it outdoors?
Our mother can't stand the smell of iron. It reminds her of a cruel past.
Makes sense, I guess.
Hugo, don't look that way. Everyone knows what great warriors my older brothers are, or were. My brother, Jimba, is no less worthy.
What's going on out here, Hugo? I might have known. Scrawny as ever, I see.
Ha! You say that every time you see him. Obviously, he has more important matters to think about than food. Well, Hugo, are you ready for our talk now?
Sure, Mother. What's this all about?
I know you're aware of the truce negotiations with Zexen. The next step is for you to deliver an official message to Vene del Zexe. The trip may take about a week.
Ooh, choice. Choices matter. I don't actually know if choices matter. And you know what? Let's go with this. You want me to go? You want me to go?
You are the son of a Grassland clan chief. If not you, then who? Zexen must see Grassland as a political equal, so sending a clan chief is unacceptable. By birth, you are the best choice for a trusted official messenger.
Official message? Official message?
It is for the early negotiations toward a peace treaty, or peace agreement. The Zexen Council has been informed a messenger will come.
The Zexen capital?
Choices matter.
The Zexen capital?
Yes, you must deliver the message directly to the head of the Zexen Council. The Zexen capital is nothing like Grassland. The streets and the walls are made of stone. When your duties are complete, see what you can of the city before returning. Can I count on you?
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. Haha, that's not surprising. He's just like his mother, brave as a jaguar.
Good. I'm proud of you. Have a safe and successful journey. Let's not forget that I, the bravest of the Duck Clan, will accompany you.
Thanks, Sergeant Joe.
I'm gonna go too. Can I please, Mother?
Spirits, no, Hugo. Spirits, no. Hugo is going as a respected representative of Korea. How do you fit in?
Just fine, thank you. Even when Hugo's busy, I'll still have Fubar and Sergeant Joe around to keep me safe.
They're not playing around, my child. This is a serious journey. Only if you promise to stay out of trouble.
Yes, oh yes. Is it okay with you, Hugo? Can I go? Can I?
Well, if the sergeant and Fubar are with me, there shouldn't be a problem.
I promise you won't regret this, Hugo. I promise, I promise.
I don't think that's a promise you can keep, Lulu.
Indeed. Let us pray for no regrets.
The foreshadowing is so hard. I guess you're made up your mind. Then I hate to see you go, Lulu, but I can't stop you.
Hugo, you should start getting ready. You leave first thing tomorrow morning. One other thing, Hugo. Lulu, learn well what a Zexen looks like. Not every helmet seen from afar is being worn on a Zexen head. Got it.
That's an interesting statement.
Sergeant, thank you in advance for your assistance. No problem. Anytime.
Letter to Zexen. Not every helmet worn on a Zexen head.
Not every helmet worn is a Zexen.
Interesting. It's an interesting... It's interesting. I don't know why, but it's a statement. It's a statement he just made. Hey, you look cool. Ah! Oh, hey, Hugo. Are you helping your mother properly? This guy's got a crazy scar.
It's pretty cool.
Seems like cool dude.
Yep.
Cool dudes got scars.
Yep.
That's what they say. All right. I guess we head out.
It said that you're gonna leave tomorrow morning.
Oh, is that what it said?
I don't know if you can rest in your house.
What if I try and leave? Maybe it'll give me a bit of an indication.
Nice. All right, everybody. We're not gonna get anything ready for tomorrow by just standing here. Okay. Maybe you have to talk to some people. They'll give you some supplies. Maybe the cats have stuff.
Potentially. Let's start by going home and see what the home has to say.
Got a problem? Don't you think you'd better start preparing for the trip now?
I suppose so. This is gonna get fun.
I can't wait to get started. See you tomorrow, fellow travelers. Don't oversleep or we'll leave without you.
Oversleep.
Must make sure I pack everything. What do you think, Hugo? Are 10 different outfits enough?
Are they all variants on what you're wearing now?
Quack, quack, quack.
I feel like Sergeant Joe might be one of my favorite characters.
It's pretty cool.
Like, of all time. Some real good design.
Hey, what's everyone doing here? We'll return in short course. We'll certainly pray for your quick return and protection along the way.
Lulu, aren't you ready yet?
Hold on. I think I overpacked.
Better safe than sorry. Did you pack medicine too?
Yes. You keep acting like we're going to get hurt or something.
Well, how do we know what a Zexen will do? They may look friendlier than they are. Who knows?
Yes. I'll watch out. No wandering on my own. No strange food or drink. Anything else?
Don't even ask.
Hugo, your experience of the world beyond Grassland is not as important to me as your safe return. Me, my Hugo, walk with the divine protection of the earth and wind spirits.
Mom! Well then, I'm off. I'm off. I could stop reading the first one. I mean...
I know. Somehow you'll be fine. Divine protection. I hope there's enough of that to go around. Haha.
The same goes for you, too.
Ah!
May my Lulu walk with the divine protection of the earth and the wind spirits.
Starting right now. Hugs! Fubar's jealous.
I like to think Fubar's laughing. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's way back. We need to move forward. Towards the screen.
Hugo, I have a favor to ask of you.
Sure, what is it?
Take this. Take this to the Lightfellow family in Vene del Zexe.
What is it?
All I can say is that it once belonged to a brave Zexan soldier who died long ago. When you give it to his family, tell them that he died heroically.
The soul of a warrior. I'll take good care of it.
I trust you will do so.
Consider it delivered.
When this is delivered, my biggest burden will be lifted. Hurry. May the Divine Ones protect you.
Farewell. Or, thank you. Farewell for now.
And Lulu, do nothing that would sadden your mother. I'll be fine, you'll see. So long, brother.
So based on what little we can glean from Chris's point of view, that's her father's pendant more than likely.
Yeah, because it's Chris Lightfellow.
Yeah. So, that's all very interesting. Because that essentially means that they're two ships passing in the night in some regards here, where they just barely miss each other. It's interesting to keep that in mind. Ooh, here we go. File 9? No. File... Wait. Oh, that. Next one. Fill up the entire memory card.
That's what it's there for.
We can make pretty much an infinite amount of these internal memory cards if we wanted to. What is this, like a couple kilobytes?
8 megs per memory card.
I feel like my PlayStation 3 has a little more than 8 megs open. What do we got here for attacks? We have attack. We have runes. We have wind rune, which has wind of sleep, puts targets to sleep, and reviving with healing. And then we have water with some healing and some other stuff. That's also interesting because they're a lower level. They don't have as much rune power either. Let's just do an attack now. You guys, though, have shining wind and Sword of Cyclone. Enchants attack with wind damage, raises wind resistance. Okay, so Shining Wind is 0.8 damage to foes in a line, 1 per battle. Oh, so that's kind of a neat effect. I'm gonna do just straight up attack though.
Get that purple creeper.
Yeah, because Shining Wind is basically good for forcing AoE. Or because you're doing less damage, but you're going to do it across multiple enemies, potentially.
Oh.
What?
He ate you.
Oh. I thought that was us attacking. I'm going to use our shrink down and fight you from the inside ability. Oh.
Almost leveled up.
Almost, but not quite. Wait, did we go back towards the middle? I thought we were further. This is so much harder when you're not on horseback. Rabbits. Blade bunnies.
Bunny.
Just curious, can I catch them with the Shining Wind? No. Shame. Just attack. Commence. Fight. Oh, nice. Blade bunnies not as bad as forest bunnies. They haven't learned lightning skills yet.
They still have axes, though.
It's a little scary. I'd be afraid of a rabbit with an axe. How are you even wielding that?
Take my money.
Because we all know rabbits are actually just in it for the money.
Yep.
We missed. It's a good solid 2 times.
Yeah. Level up.
What is nice is Feather in Suikoden 2 actually took up 2 character slots, whereas Fubar is only taking up 1, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
I think if we wanted to have like 2 of the big guys, like the Griffin and what was one of the Unicorn, it would be like basically most of our party.
Siegfried.
Siegfried, right?
Part of the fun of the Suikoden games is trying to remember all the characters.
Well, there's 108 of them, so you know it can't be that easy.
I used to memorize them when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. Because there's so many, and like I would stare at, I had like the strategy guides, so you'd read through it and see the images of them and be like, oh, okay, that's Victor, that's Flick, okay, that's Luke, that's Ulan, right? Yep, I remember all these characters. In this game, like, I recognize them to see them.
Yep.
But I don't remember their name until I see the name pop up.
Right. Just because Suikoden 2 was more of a memorable game for you, or?
Well, I think at the time, like, that game came out around the time when I just got an original PlayStation.
Right. And
Final Fantasy VII, I think, was out a little bit after this game.
Right.
Or maybe before. And I had rented Suikoden 1. No, sorry, I rented Suikoden 2 first, and I was like, man, this game's amazing. But then at the beginning, it's like, hey, do you want to load your save? And I was like, wait, you can load it from the first game? So then I went nuts trying to find the first game, found it, and then bought the first one, then bought the second one, just so I could have that storyline, the continuing storyline.
Right.
But I played through 2 the most. Look at this. Amazing. A mountain of stones. It's more like a giant fort or something. Is this where the Ironheads hang out or hide out?
Must be.
All right, enough of this gawking. We're not in the grasslands anymore. Let's go.
You're right as always, Sergeant Joe.
Now, my favorite part is when I played through this game the first time, I started with Hugo.
Yep.
So, like, this whole interaction feels totally different, not knowing the backstory of, like, Chris.
Right.
Leading into it.
I'm also kind of interested just to see the 3rd characters chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Because we haven't even gotten into any of that yet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've... I looked at his name. I don't think that's a name that's come up, so...
No. Which is what makes Jiddo's story, like, one of the best ones.
All right.
You there. Assume proper formation and stay out from under foot. Blech. What is going on around here? Hey, watch it. I said stand clear.
I can't remember who's... This was me, right?
Yep.
Let me remind you that we cannot rest for long. We must leave for the treaty negotiations as soon as we hear from the Grasslands messenger.
You mean to say we won't be able to wait for the rest of the 6 nights?
No, I'm afraid not. Surely... It's auto-clicking.
Oh, I forgot.
Why are you lining up
faster.
for something?
Whoa.
Okay, now I'm back to in control. Oops, pardon me.
Are you all right, lad? Please forgive my companion for getting in your way. Yeah, well, what do you expect from an Ironhead?
What do you mean, Ironhead?
Those clothes. You are Korean.
And who might you be?
Of course. I should have introduced myself first. I am Chris Lightfellow, the acting captain of the Zexon Knights.
Lightfellow. That name sure sounds familiar. Captain, time is fleeting. We must be on our way. Wait, I must speak with you. Get back, young barbarian. Here we decide who lives and who dies and who speaks. Are you threatening me?
Hugo, don't.
Damn. Time is of the essence. Now.
Very well. Our apologies once again, child. Goodbye.
Be careful what you do here. This is Zexon land. Goodbye. I do apologize.
Get him, Joe. Kick him in the butt. Everything I've heard about Ironheads is true. But it is odd to see a woman wearing armor. Strange indeed. Not here, Fubar.
And we're out. Was that the exact same chain of events?
When you were Chris?
Yeah.
Yep.
And some of that dialogue I don't remember, but maybe it did happen. I just feel like there might have been a few extra lines on the Hugo side from his perspective, and maybe a few lines missing from Chris's. But yeah, maybe it is the same. It's been a week.
Got the video footage. You can go back and replay.
We could do a side-by-side comparison if we really wanted to go that route. Yeah, you were saying that like that era, that's what you were playing, was Suikoden 2 and Suikoden 3 right before Final Fantasy 7 came out.
Yeah, and I also think that because 2 came out when I was a lot younger, like I didn't have like a part-time job or anything else like that, so I didn't have as much time. And I think there were like PS2 days, there were a lot more RPGs coming out, like Xenosaga was out, Grandia was out, so many other ones I was kind of playing.
No, well, PS2 would have been after Final Fantasy 7 and all that.
Well, that's
stuff.
what I mean. Like, Suikoden 2 came out around the time of 7.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing during 7 because I missed out on all of that stuff during the PlayStation. I didn't get a PlayStation. I got a PlayStation 2 was my first one. And then I'm not quite sure how that worked out because I had consoles all the way up through. What would have been the other console? After this, we'll continue.
We need to proceed in a westernly direction. Therefore, this must be the way. Thought you said you knew the way. I most certainly do, and I'm telling you, this is it. Even my tail feathers something.
Oh, sorry. Well, if we can't prove it's wrong, we'll assume that it's right. Let's keep going. I don't know if your logic works. Okay. Right until proven wrong? Yeah, because what would have been the other console that would have been out around the same time as the PlayStation 1?
The
GameCube?
GameCube would have been. Dreamcast? Or no, I think the Saturn and Sega Saturn was out around that time.
I feel like I had a GameCube instead of a PlayStation.
Holy shrubs.
Holy shrubs.
Try to blow them all over.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, Shining Wind. Oh man, look at that. Can we go first though? What's the timing gonna be? Oh, we could have looked. This game's all right.
Oh, that one.
Hook. Commence. Excellent. Yeah, because I remember getting. So I like played Final Fantasy like 2 and 3, which in Japan was 4 and 6 on Super Nintendo. But then like I didn't get back into Final Fantasy until like Final Fantasy X for PlayStation 2.
Right.
And then it was like, oh man, there's been all these other Final Fantasies that I've missed out on because I didn't have a PlayStation. And then I went back and played all of those. Oh, they're a little more spread this time.
Try targeting the ones on the right. Oh, okay.
Oh,
You can kind of get 3.
just barely right there. All right, let's try that. No, it was one of the...
Get him, Joe.
I think we're going to just hit 1, maybe 2. Oh, we did get 2. Okay, I thought Lulu might have killed one of the front ones.
Nice. Oh, shiny bush.
Shiny bush? Shiny bush.
Try not to call it out unless you just walk right past it.
Yeah, I was in thought. I was thinking about PlayStations and things.
Yeah, I think I've always followed the RPGs in consoles until I got old enough to basically afford all of them.
Yep.
But like, it was always. I started off with like a regular Nintendo, and then I got a Sega Genesis, and then a friend of mine had a Super Nintendo, so I could always just play those games over at his place.
Right.
And then when the PlayStation came out, it was kind of like, okay, like I should probably get one of these things. And then like the Saturn, I think only really had like Skies of Arcadia, so I didn't even bother with like a Sega Saturn. Oh.
This is a similar, set of events here. Rico, you're so slow. Everyone will get away before we get there.
So, sorry. Go. I just don't think I can go much faster.
The timing of this means he walked through this forest twice. Huh. We Maximilian Knights are on a critical mission. The buds of war are set to bloom across this land. It is our duty to serve them swiftly. Sooner the better. Okay, I'm going to do a quick reread. It's our duty to sever them swiftly. Sooner the better.
Yes, understood, sir.
I should hope so. Make certain your legs understand too. Good day. Speak, boy. What do you know of evil knights said to be coming to the grassland? To the grassland? In the north, there are stories of men who rise after they're dead.
Beyond the wall.
Beyond the wall. What are they called? What were the withered? No, the White Walkers. Beyond the wall. The story of White Walkers. What? Did you hear, Rico? Our first enemy is time itself. Hurry forth.
Fred, wait, sir.
Fred Maximilian might be my favorite character so far.
There's a lot of good characters in this game.
What in spirits? I love the way his dialogue is written. There was a couple characters in Suikoden 2 I really loved their dialogue writing as well, but that was just, I like the exchange there of just our first enemy is time itself.
Yeah, it's a pretty good line.
It's pretty good. Indeed. Oh, there's a creeper. That's the joke.
Wah, wah, wah.
Let's... Shining Wind down the center.
Shiny wind.
Shiny wind? Let the wind be shiny and always in your favor.
Nice work, Joe.
That one got away. But not for long. Excellent. And I think it might be not a bad idea to call it here today.
Sure.
I'm just not sure how much further some of the story stuff's gonna run. And we do have a time. Oh, we got another cutscene. We'll do outros in a second.
There it is. It lies here, just as I said. And you dead in my directions. Seems I've earned my wings. Sergeant, are you sure it wasn't luck? Of course not. Though, truth be told, this is my first time here. Now then, Fubar, you're to wait outside the city. Hide yourself in the woods.
What? Is that necessary?
In case you didn't notice, we get a lot of weird looks around when Fubar's around. We're in a strange land, you know.
What? Oh, you see, I thought they were looking at you.
Don't be absurd.
I think they're looking at Sergeant Joe. You'll have to wait outside, Fubar. You can hunt, but don't disturb anything belonging to the Zexans. And don't get hunted yourself. Sound advice. Don't get hunted.
Yeah. See you later, pal.
Losers. Go hang out by myself. How do I get around this fence? Nah, I guess I'll walk this way. I like Fubar's walk cycle.
It's got a good trot.
A little bit of jank to it, but it's not bad. And Fubar left to go hunt but not be hunted. Yeah, I think probably not a bad idea to call it here today.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of, I don't feel like we've dived too deep. We're maybe a third of the way through Hugo's story, given what we know about the events. So probably next time we can probably finish up Hugo's and maybe just barely start the next.
Mm-hmm.
So this seems like a good place to stop for today. But we'll be back with more Suikoden 3 streaming at some point. Maybe next Friday, maybe some other time.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Because we have the setup working now, and so now we're just going to stream this game.
Yep.
But for now, this is Tolhi signing out. Later, guys.
See you guys.